Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, at the time you're making this podcast, you know, it's the holidays. And, we got Christmas coming up. Man, this year just flew by. Christmas coming up in what, like 2 weeks? It's crazy. And so I want to give y'all some game on how to stay on track. Because I know a lot of people are fearful of, falling off track during the holidays. And they may just fall off track because they just like, it's a holiday. And they pick back up in the new year. And so I want to give y'all some game on what steps you can take to keep losing weight. Because there are two groups of people. Folks who just go weight and they go end up gaining weight going to the New Year's. And then folks who are going to be dropping weight or at least maintaining. And so you don't feel bad about yourself going into the new year. That's the last thing you want to feel, right? And so I want to give y'all some simple tips that you can start using today to start making progress, all right? The first one I'm thinking about is the 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Proper planning prevents poor performance, guys. Like if you show me somebody who doesn't have any type of preparation with their nutrition or their training, you're going to show me somebody who has very inconsistent results, whether it be on the scale, with how their weight is fluctuating. I see a lot of people that be like, man, I don't know why the weight just won't keep going down and keep going down 3 pounds, then it'll go back up 3 or 5 pounds. Man, what's happening? You're not planning ahead, all right? And so a lot of people, when they think about planning, they think about being like a bodybuilder, where you got to plan out 5 meals, or you got to plan out the meals for the entire week. Guys, you don't have to do that. Like planning could be simple as I was talking to one of my coaching clients the other day, and he was like, man, towards the eating time, I find myself eating more food, like because he don't be planning, right? And I told him, I was like, listen, what you can do, you don't have to plan all your meals throughout the week, but you can plan one meal, your dinner. You can prep that one dinner the night before or the morning of. Because sometimes that's what I have to do depending on how busy I am. Like if I know I'm gonna have a busy day, like on Mondays are my super busy days. I have my team calls, my group calls with my coaching clients, and I still be having other business meetings and stuff like that. And so I find myself on call all day long, right? And so what I do is that morning, I'll prep my dinner. If I know I'm gonna be tired, mentally tired and exhausted by the evening time, man, I'm not trying to cook nothing if I'm mentally exhausted. I'm gonna want to go over to Chipotle or go over to Chick-fil-A because I'm mentally exhausted. I burned all my willpower earlier in the day and, in the middle of the day. And so by the time the eating time come around, I ain't trying to think about cooking nothing. So I prep that dinner. And sometimes I'll prep my dinner and my lunch. So I don't have to think about either one of them. And the issue that a lot of y'all run into, that I see a lot of people running into, is you don't prep. And so you snacking all day. You just be snacking on trail mix. You snacking on chips. You drinking sodas, what do you call it, energy drinks with all this sugar in. And you wonder why you have pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes. Because your blood sugar is elevated all day, every day, because you're constantly eating carbs and sugar all day. All right, those energy drinks that don't just have caffeine in it, it also has sugar in it. And this causes people to have an elevated blood sugar, which eventually causes you to have type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure. Well, not high blood pressure, but type 2 diabetes. All right, so very, very important to just plan ahead, man. Even far as like your workout routine. Do you just work out when you feel like it? Which, if you work out when you feel like it, a lot of times you ain't gonna feel like it. There's plenty of days I don't feel like working out, but I got it on my calendar to get in the gym and get it done. And so you gotta have a schedule. Like guys, if you don't have, if you're an adult and you live a busy life, a demanding schedule, you got a career that you in, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about you out here just existing. I'm talking about if you're really trying to get shit done. You got family, man, you need to be living off a calendar. You need to have something like Google Calendar. And so that way you can pinpoint, okay, this time of the day, I'm hitting the gym. This time, family time. This time, getting to the bag. This time, I'm chilling with the kids. This time, self-reflection, personal development, or just mental health time. Whatever it is. Like, if you're not living like that, man, you gonna go weeks, if not months, maybe even years of your life, looking back and be like, damn, well, I ain't got nothing to show for all this time that done passed. But when you got it on your calendar, you can see what you've been doing. And to go even further, let's say you're not getting the results that you want to, right? With your body, or maybe in life, in different areas of your life. If you've been tracking it on Google Calendar, now you can say to yourself, okay, well, I really ain't been spending that much time on that though. I'm only in the gym for 25 minutes. Maybe I need to bump this thing up to about 45 minutes. I've only been spending time with family 2 times a week. Well, maybe I need to plug in a couple more times throughout the week so I can spend time with family. That way you're living with purpose. You're being more intentional with your time versus just leaving it up in the air and wondering why you're so overwhelmed. Because you're not planning nothing. You're just winging it as it comes, and you wonder why your emotions just going up and down. You mentally exhausted, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed. Guys, break it down by planning it. All right? This is how you avoid the overwhelm. Plan it. And so that way you can see what's going on. And if you need to, just move certain things in the calendar to your liking. That way you're not stressed. All right? That's the first thing. But you can still lose weight during the holidays by doing this simple thing, by planning. Okay? Second thing, stop relying on willpower and start relying on controlling your environment. Stop relying. So many people, they're trying to just like, oh, I'm about to do this restrictive diet. Oh, I'm about to hit real hard in the gym. But then they be having shit like chips, cookies, what do you call it, ice cream in the house. Like, guys, I like eating sugar. If I had Oreos, if I had honey buns, if I had any type of sugary pastries in my house, and it's the evening time, oh, I'm about to eat it. Because I go through a great deal of stress throughout the day. I'm like pushing myself. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not necessarily bad stress, but I'm like pushing myself. And so if you're somebody who's grinding, you hustling, you're applying yourself on a daily basis, by the end of the day, yeah, you might be a little mentally exhausted, a little mentally fatigued. And when you mentally fatigued, that willpower ain't there no more. And so if your environment has pastries in your house, chips, cookies, cakes, I can't remember, somebody was telling me about red velvet cake the other day. I think one of my clients, they was like, yeah, they had red velvet cake at the, I think she was at like a hijab or something like that. And she was like, I didn't eat it though. I was like, ooh, boy. Right? When I hear about red velvet cake, I get triggered. Because I know if I had red velvet cake in my house, it's gone in seconds. If y'all was a fly on the wall looking at Jay, I'd be like, damn, Coach just did that whole live talking about eat right. Why the hell are you eating that red velvet cake now? It's in my environment. It's easy for me to get through it like in the earlier part of the day because I got a lot of mental, it's the early part of the day. You know what I'm saying? I got energy. But toward the middle of the day, toward the end of the day, that red velvet cake, it sounds a little bit better. I'm like, damn, my energy is a little bit lower today. I might well go ahead and get a little bit of this cake. I'm just going to eat one bite. That one bite turned to 3 bites. That 3 bites turned to damn. The whole damn cake gone, and I'm trying to lick the plate. Yeah, I know some of y'all big old ass, y'all be licking the plate too. You be putting your little finger on the plate, and then you want to lick your finger. Yeah, I know it be going on. Hey, ask me how I know, because I done been there. And so you got to control your environment. Now, if you got, let's say you got your partner at the house. Let's say you got a spouse. You got kids. Tell them don't be having that shit around you. And if you know they eating it, don't go around them while they eating it. Because if you go around them while they eating it and you just got done working out, or you eating the right things and now you going around them, you be like, damn, one little bite ain't gonna hurt. Yeah, one little bite ain't gonna hurt. Hey, give me some of that. Go ahead, give me some of that right there. And then when you do that, You like, "Now, you know what? Man, let me go ahead into the pantry and get my own. Let me go ahead." And then you beat and fell off your whole damn diet because of your environment. All right? So control your environment. Like, guys, you can have all the willpower in the world, but you still human. Even me. Like what I was just telling y'all. I would eat damn real velvet cake if I had it in my house. I would eat Oreos if I had it in my spot. You see what I'm saying? But I make sure I don't have none of that in my spot. I do something called adding resistance. All right? Adding resistance. Here's what I mean by that. If you got those types of foods in your house and you know you're trying to lose weight, that's low resistance. It's easy access. Easy to get to it. All you gotta do is roll out your bed, go downstairs and go get it. That's it. Easy. Ain't no coach, nobody can save you. You gotta save your damn self. You can invest in all the trainers and coaches you want to, but if you're giving yourself easy access to these foods, you have a hard time losing weight. Hard time. And so instead, add resistance. I would, especially with it getting cold outside, that's hella resistance for you, boy, because I don't like the cold. And so you telling me I gotta get out of bed, put some clothes on, walk to my car, get in my car, crank up my car, and go buy whatever pastries and cookies I want, and then come back home. So I gotta do all that plus spend money and come back home just to eat the junk food. Too much resistance. I'm not doing it. It's just not happening. All right? And so this is how using your environment can help you during the holidays. All right? Make sure if you go to one of these holiday gatherings or meetings with your friends or whatever it is, your co-workers, do it there. Eat it there, but don't bring it home with you. Because if you bring it home with you, now it's still in your environment. You can enjoy yourself while you're out, but once you come back to the crib, everything should be clean. You know what I'm saying? You got your fruits, you got your vegetables, you got your proteins, things like that. All right. That's the second thing. You control your environment. Don't try to rely on willpower, man. All right. Last thing. Stop having this all or nothing mentality. Having this it's got to be perfect. It's got to be the perfect time mentality. Guys, there's never going to be a perfect time. It's always going to be life things that happen, tough times that happen, whether it be from bills, whether it be you done got sick or somebody else done got sick, your kids done got sick, you got to travel. Shit's going to always happen. And so if you're looking for the perfect time to start losing weight, guys, months if not years go be done went by and you go be done gained more weight because you waiting for the perfect time. And instead, guys, you got to look at this shit like a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle, man. Like, my life ain't perfect. I have days where, like last night, I went to go get me some hibachi. I love eating hibachi. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing them, cook it in front of me and, throw the little fire into the onions and cut up the filet mignon and throw some eggs in somebody's mouth. I like looking at that type of stuff. I like being entertained. That's just me. And you damn right I ate me some, what do they call it? Some fried rice. Yes, I had some fried rice. I had a lot. You see what I'm saying? And so you can still enjoy yourself and lose weight. You can still enjoy yourself and be healthy, be fit, have abs and all that. I'm 34 years old now, and I still got abs. I remember when I was in my teens, and people in their 30s was like, "Ooh, just wait till you hit your 30s. You gonna lose them abs. You have a big old ass stomach, just like me. Just wait. Once you hit them 30s, everything gonna change." Well, I'm here now, and I still got abs. How is that? Because I just made this shit into a lifestyle. I'm not eating junk food every day, all day. I got some type of self-discipline. I have, if nothing else, just a higher standard for myself. A lot of people, guys, you just got to start having higher standards for yourself about how you want to live your life. Like, if you tired of feeling tired like I used to be, I used to love eating junk food. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the Fruity Pebbles, the Oreos, the honey buns. Like, guys, I used to eat all that every day. Like, it wasn't like a every other day type thing. No, this was every day. And I said to myself, I just got to a point where I was like, man, I am tired of feeling like this. I am tired of feeling, I used to say, busted and disgusted. You know how you ever just seen one of them, what do they call them? Like them little, it's like the biscuits. You know the biscuit that you can like twist? You can rip a little bit of it off and then you twist it and then it just busts, like it just busts open. That's how I felt about myself. Like I didn't look like it. Some of y'all look like it. You look like you done the damn biscuit that didn't bust open. But the thing is, guys, I got tired of feeling like that. And you just got to get to a point in your life where you just tired of feeling tired. Tired of feeling self-conscious about how your body looking when you're around your friends and your family during the holidays, when you're around your coworkers, feeling like you're being judged because of your appearance. You got to get tired of that shit. It takes a certain level of just like being disgusted with the situation to just want to raise your standards for how you living. And when I went through that, I was tired all the time. I had mental brain fog. Even my eczema, guys, since I've cleaned up my eating habits, I have not had any eczema. Like, guys, what would happen? My hands would break out in the hives. My hands would break out in the hives. I had like little water bumps all in my fingers and on my hands and shit like that. And then after a couple of days, they would dry up. And when they would dry up, my skin would start flaking. And the shit would hurt. And this happened all through school, grade school, y'all. And so I had periods in time when I was in grade school, like elementary, middle school, and high school. I used to be wanting to dap my boys up and, dap my friends up at school. Couldn't even do it because my damn hands felt so rough. Because my skin flaking and breaking and looked like it's bleeding and shit because of how I was eating. That's crazy. Because of how I was eating. I had acid reflux so bad, like it used to be burning in my esophagus so bad from how I used to eat that I couldn't even go to sleep sometimes after eating Pizza Hut. Ooh, boy. Pizza Hut used to fuck me up. I was like, God, I can't even go. I used to be up to like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because the acid reflux used to be so bad. Couldn't eat nothing, could barely even drink water, couldn't swallow. It used to be terrible. But then I started building a healthy relationship with food. Fuck all that meal plan stuff. Like, I just want to understand how to eat to look good and feel good. I don't have to, subscribe to a meal plan and just eat one way for the rest of my life. I just want to know what's the right way to go about doing things. That way I can get the results and keep the results long term. A lot of y'all be focusing on, let me do the keto. Well, let me do the carnivore. Well, let me just do this. No. Focus on the principles. That's what I be talking about all the time. Do you know how much you eat? Do you know how much protein you eat? Are you eating more fibrous foods like vegetables and fruits versus just drinking sodas, sweet teas, and lemonade? The sugars are completely different. You're drinking all these man-made processed sugars, wondering why you're having a hard time with pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes versus creating a lifestyle, which are things you could start doing right now, going into the new year, throughout the holidays. Create a lifestyle of eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, all right? So that way you're not feeling terrible after you eat every other meal. Like, guys, you feel that way. You're having that itis and you feel tired and sluggish after eating these different meals because of the quality of the foods that you're eating. Start building a healthy relationship with food. Start building a healthy relationship with going to the gym and not just looking at it as, I just want to build my perfect body. I want to look good. Don't you want to feel good? Don't you want to be stronger? Don't you want to have some muscle? Don't you want to look good in your clothes and when you take your clothes off and you butt naked with your partner? Don't you want that too? You know what I'm saying? And so these are things I want y'all to start paying attention to, man, going into the holidays and into the new year. Make this thing a lifestyle. This shit ain't got to be perfect. Make it a lifestyle. Be healthy, all right? And then do things in moderation, whether it be with your nutrition. You ain't got to work out every day of the week. You work out 3-4 days a week and drop 25, 30, 35 pounds. Ask me how I know. Because I got plenty of clients that did it. I didn't help, at this point, close to like 700 or something clients. And so, guys, it does not have to be perfect. Some of y'all are working out way more than my clients do. And they getting better results than you. Because you don't have structure. You're not building a lifestyle around how to do things the right way. All right? But as you do this the right way, man, you'll start getting the results. Anyway, hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, leave your boy a 5-star rating, so we continue to grow this movement. Well, with the podcast, you can't even hit no damn like button. Hit the follow button so you can follow the podcast on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you're watching. All right, we out here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable, and if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.